Welcome to the B.J. McGillis Gymnasium at Mt.Edgecumbe High School and the Region 5 Basketball Championship, the best basketball tournament in the state of Alaska. And it all comes down to this, game number 29. Tonight we will crown a 3A champion. Please welcome to the court the visitors on the scoreboard, the Sitka Wolves. Please welcome to the court the home team on the scoreboard, the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for our visitors, for the Sitka Wolves. He is a 5'9" junior, number 24, Gavin Flores. He is a 6'3" senior, number 32, Austin Morrison. He is a 5'8" senior, number 1, Aiden Dumog. The co-captain is a 5'9" senior, number 13, Morgan Simic. And the captain is a 5'8" senior, number 11, CJ Takad. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. He's a 6'1" sophomore, number 42, Jeff Adams. He's a 5'10" sophomore, number 21, RJ Alstrom Beans. He's a 5'6" junior, number 4, David Duck. The co-captain is a 6'1" senior, number 24, Emmett Dunaway. And the captain is a 6'2" senior, number 33, Bear Brown. And a quick programming note, we got lots of folks trying to get in the gym, so please squeeze together. Get to know your neighbor. We have more people to get in this building. Your officials for this championship game, from Sitka, Mr. Corey Hansen. From Sitka, Mr. Dennis Valandry. And the referee in charge of this game tonight, from Juneau, tossing the ball, Mr. Ron Togg. Let's get ready to play Region 5 Championship Basketball.
Mt.Edgecumbe Braves with the first possession. They go to RJ Alston Beans, top of the key, defended by Gavin Flores. Goes over to the left, tries to drive in the lane, can't. Back out top of the key, David Dock. Over on the far side again, they're going to work it in the left corner to Bear Brown. Turnaround jumper in the paint. Shot misses, rebound picked up almost into the hands of RJ, but stolen away by Sitka High, and they come down on their possession. First shot of the game by the Braves misses. Rebound brought down, and the Wolves will bring it into Morgan Simic. Back out now, left-hand high post, CJ Takad. Over to Gavin Flores. Back over to Takad. On the right-hand dribble, gets a screen by Simic. Simic is really good at setting screens on the top of the key, either side. Back we go, Gavin Flores now for the Wolves. A minute gone in the first quarter. CJ Takad inside to Austin Morrison. Turnaround jumper. Austin tied the game last night with a pair of free throws and sent it into overtime. His shot misses, however. The Braves will pick up the rebound. They'll come over, go to Bear Brown, and brings it across the timeline. On the near side to R.J. Alston-Beans. R.J. moves around from left to right. They'll come down in the right corner to Dunaway. His first time to handle the ball. Taking a lot of time here, both of these teams, to get set up. Back over to Bear Brown, it comes out from underneath. Bear will go on the right side, gives off to Dunaway. Dunaway puts it up, won't go. Nice conversion underneath as he gets his own rebound. And the first score of the ball game goes to Mt.Edgecumbe, and Emmett Dunaway, the 6'1 senior, makes it a 2-0 ball game with 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Back we go the other way. CJ Takad's going to go in the right corner. Morgan Simic nails the three. 3-2, a 1-point lead by Sitka High. Championship 4A game coming your way, folks, right here. Mt.Edgecumbe High School and the P.J. McGillis Gym. I'm Mike Clasby on AM 1230 KIFW. Welcoming you aboard as we watch R.J. Alston-Beans from Mt.Edgecumbe try to drive the right side, loses the handle on the ball on the dribble, knocks it away out of bounds. That's the first turnover of the ball game, aside from missed shots, and that'll give the ball over to Sitka High. Sitka High brings it down, goes over to Aiden Dumog. Dumog on the far side, back out to CJ Takad. Takad's going to come top of the key, loses the handle, picks it up nicely. Now goes to Simic. Simic over to Gavin Flores, who comes out top of the key. Simic drops down on the baseline. Oh, and Gavin gets around. Bear Brown jumps it up from 14. His shot misses. He had a really good look at that, but wasn't able to drop it through. As coming up and bringing it down will be Jeff Adams. Adams in the lane is going to put it up. Took an extra step. I was kind of suspecting a travel call, but apparently they had a better eye on it than I did, and the shot misses, and the Wolves get it, and they'll bring it down. Gavin Flores tries a long three as he gets the pass from C.J. Takad. Three misses. Rebound Wolves. Austin Morrison underneath. A fadeaway jumper from the left-hand baseline. Won't go. And stealing the ball. Aiden Dumog, he misses the bunny. He stole it right in between R.J. and Bear Brown, and Bear Brown comes the other way. Loses the ball. Everybody's traveling, looking for a travel. They don't get it. Coming out of that mess is going to be the Wolves. Boy, what a tussle we had there. 4:38 to go. We have a 3-2 1-point ball game with the Wolves out in front on a three by Morgan Simic. Over now to Gavin Flores. As the Wolves have the ball, he'll go to Austin Morrison. Morrison drives around Bear Brown, and Jeff Adams shoots it up for the right side. Ball's knocked out of bounds on the missed shot. Ron Togg on the floor, along with Corey Hansen and Dennis Verlandry, your three officials in this championship game. First two substitutions from the Wolves. Going out, Aiden Dumont. Going out, Morgan Simic. Coming in, John Arce and Mason Eubanks. Eubanks will inbound it to Gavin Flores. Flores gets tied up in the corner by R.J. Alston-Beans and Bear Brown. He gets a long lob pass way over across court to Mason Eubanks. Eubanks goes down in the right corner to Arce. Those two just came in. They pass the ball back and forth. Now it comes around left side. What a wonderful move by Gavin Flores, and they wave it off. He traveled with it. That happened to him twice last night. A nice move by Flores, a sidestep to the left, one to the right, and then he cut back in the lane, and but he travels. One too many steps and a turnover. That is the first one for the Wolves as we go Mt.Edgecumbe direction with David Dock on the far side. Under the 4-minute mark of quarter number one. Bear Brown trying to lay in the lane, does a spin around, but Gavin Flores there to knock the ball away. Picking it up is Austin Morrison. He'll come down and gives to C.J. Takad. Takad over, and they've got it, palming the ball. And another turnover by the Wolves. That's their second, and the Braves will have the ball in with 3:46 on the first quarter clock. Only one score on each end of the gym. A 3 by Simic for the Wolves, a 2 by Dunaway. Inbounds pass for Mt.Edgecumbe goes into R.J. R.J. across the timeline on the left-hand dribble. Oh, and he throws it away. He just couldn't get a handle on it. Was trying to go over to Bear Brown. 2 turnovers for Mt.Edgecumbe. The Wolves will bring it in backcourt. An inbounds pass from Mason Eubanks to C.J. Takad. Takad gets it back, gets a screen from Arce, drives all the way down the left side baseline, puts it up, an underhand layup, but it won't go, a little too soft. Rebound knocked away by Emmett Dunaway, up to midcourt. The Wolves didn't see it coming behind him. And I'm not sure exactly what the call is, if they stepped out of bounds or a travel, but it's going to go back over to Mt.Edgecumbe. I was watching the boys in blue running the ball behind them. Inbounds pass for the Braves. 3:20 to go as it comes in from R.J. Ulsterbees to David Dock. Dock will bring it across the timeline, comes on the near side and gives off to Bear Brown. Bear Brown tries to go down to Adams on the baseline. Austin Morrison there to break it up. Knocks the pass away out of bounds. It stays in possession of the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. RJ will bring it in. Now, I haven't looked at the defense here exactly to see what we're playing as Mason Eubank comes around to defend Bear Brown. Bear Brown on the near side goes all the way across court to David Dock. Then he comes inside. Dock goes into Bear Brown. Bear Brown turns around and gives it to Adams. Adams on the baseline puts it up, but he's going to be fouled. And there will be our first foul of the ball game. That's going to go against the Wolves. And picking that up will be number 32, Austin Morrison. At the line, Jeff Adams. Adams puts it up in and nothing but net for Jeff, and there's a 1 point from the free throw line to tie us up on our first tie of the ball game, and we're all tied at 3. If he does this, we'll have a lead change. Making the second, which he does not. He goes 0 for 1, and Asa Demert in the game now for the Wolves, gets the rebound. Asa will come down across the timeline on the left-hand dribble, comes to the top of the key, passes right to DeCod, then they go down in the corner. And a turnaround fadeaway jumper, John Arce gets 2. 5-3, a 2-point lead by the Wolves. David Dock gets the inbounds pass from RJ. He'll bring it down across the timeline. CJ DeCod will defend, so David goes over the left side to Emmett Dunaway. Dunaway goes to Bear Brown, who comes out from underneath. Bear tries a 12-foot fadeaway jumper, left side, and the shot misses too hard on the back of the rim. Stolen underneath by Jeff Adams. Adams gets the 2. He's got his 3rd point, and the Wolves get another turnover. Costs them 2 that time. Austin Morrison gets the pass inside the lane for the Sitka High Wolves. Tipped away out of bounds. He throws it high in the air behind the back pass. In the air, even though he was out of bounds, but not on the ground. It's picked up by the Wolves. Really nice recovery by Austin Morrison. Back over now to Mason Eubanks. Left-hand corner, and he travels with it. Second traveling turnover against the Wolves. Their 4th one in the ball game. 4th turnover with 2:02 to go. We're all tied at 5. Our first 5 of the ball game. Our first tie of the ball game. Here comes the Wolves. R.J. Ulsterbees gets around a screen by Jeff Adams. Works it down. Mason Eubanks breaks it up. Ball's turned over by Mt.Edgecumbe. That's their 3rd turnover. And with 1:49 to go, it'll be Mason to bring it in backcourt for the Sitka High Wolves. He goes into CJ DeCod. DeCod loves that little game he plays as he lets the ball just dribble down. He picks it up before the timeline. Now he comes out. Oh, nice move. All alone underneath was Arce. Those two had that one planned with a nice assist by CJ DeCod. Arce was all alone on the left side, just under the baseline, about 5 feet out, and he puts it up in for 2, and it's a 7-5 2-point lead for the Sitka High Wolves. Here comes Emmett Dunaway trying to drive the baseline. Arce there along with Asa Demert and Mason Eubank, and they cause a turnover. That's the 4th one for Mt.Edgecumbe. 1:25 to go as the Wolves with a 2-point lead will have the ball in backcourt. Now Cyprian Johnson-Edwards comes in for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. Coming out will be Emmett Dunaway. Back will be Mason Eubanks to inbound it to CJ DeCod. DeCod picks it up on the first bounce this time and dribbles across, takes his time, very casual. Far side, comes to the top of the key. Simic will set a semi-screen. They'll bring it over to Asa Demert. Thought about 3 on the left side, won't go. Back over to Eubanks, far side. Eubanks comes out, now Arce comes out, screens the top of the key. Back over to CJ. CJ down in the right corner, goes off to Mason Eubanks. He tries a long 3, misses. Simic goes up and nicely tips the ball away on the rebound into the hands of Mason Eubanks. Eubanks tries to shoot it up for 2. His shot's blocked. Goes out of bounds, came off of the Braves, so it'll be the Wolves ball in with less than a minute to go first quarter. The Wolves have a 2-point lead, 7-5. You're listening to 3A Championship Basketball. We're at B.J. McGillis Gym. CJ DeCod for the Sitka High School Wolves. Now goes over and gives it off to Asa Demert. Demert drives right in between Cyprian Johnson-Edwards and David Dock. He gets the 2, he gets a whistle, he gets the foul called against the Braves, and a chance for a 3-point play. It's 9-5, a 4-point lead for the Sitka High Wolves as Asa Demert gets in the book, pushes off. That three-point opportunity is going to be blown away with an air ball from the free throw line. Now we got Gavin Flores coming back in, going to sit down CJ Takad for the Wolves. The ball went out of bounds on the missed free throw. Adams will bring it in for Mt.Edgecumbe. Goes to David Dock. Comes on the near side. RJ Alstrom-Means. RJ defended by Gavin Flores. Follows him left, now back right. Coming out of the Bear Brown to the right side for the relief outlet. And Bear's going to run right smack into John Arcee. And they call a charge on Bear Brown. That's the first one on Bear. Second team foul for, oops, I gave it to the wrong side. Second team foul for Mt.Edgecumbe. The Wolves have one with 26 seconds left in the quarter. Asa Demert will bring it down and goes on the right side. Off to Gavin Flores. Gavin just came back in after a little breather on the bench. He goes over to Mason Eubanks, back to Flores at midcourt. 15 seconds left. Wolves are up by 4, 9-5 over Mt.Edgecumbe. Jeff Adams shut off Flores on the left side, so Flores will outlet to Mason Eubanks. Back to Morgan Simic. Jumps it up from the free throw line. Shot misses. 2 seconds left. Rebound Braves. Three-pointer from midcourt. That's going to miss. RJ Alstrom-Means trying a valiant effort at the buzzer, but after our our first quarter in, it's the Sitka High Wolves 9, the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves 5. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Gymnasium for more basketball action on AM 1230.
All right, back for the start of quarter number 2. Mike Clasby bringing you the championship ball game and the final game of the Region 5 basketball tournament here at B.J. McGillis Gym. After this game will be the awards ceremony, giving out the 2A, 3A, and 4A boys and girls. And what a nice shot on the right side. C.J. Takad as the Sitka High boys have taken over here in the first half of play, and they now lead 12-5 with 7.5 minutes to go. And then they cause a turnover in the backcourt against Mt.Edgecumbe. Mt.Edgecumbe comes up with their 5th turnover, and that's going to give the ball back to the Sitka High Wolves. Aiden Dumog on the right side for Sitka High with the ball, goes in the paint to Morgan Simic. Back out to Gavin Flores. Down he gets shut off by, oh, and he gives off another 3 left side, and there is Austin Morrison. Austin's finally in the book, and 14-5. When I say finally, we're very early in the game. He tried a couple shots first quarter. This one nails it, a nothing but 3, nice fadeaway. 14-5, all of a sudden a 9-point lead. Here's Emmett Dunaway, near side for Mt.Edgecumbe. He'll go over to David Dock, left-hand high post. Takad comes out to defend. Dock goes back and forth across the top of the key. Emmett Dunaway comes out to midcourt. Morgan Simic follows him, and the Wolves are in a man-to-man. Dunaway gets a pass at half court. Back over the near side to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards. Cyprian goes over and a pass intended for RJ Alstrom-Means. Gavin Flores. Gavin is really quick on that floor. He gets a hand in to knock it away out of bounds, breaks up the pass. But Mt.Edgecumbe retains possession, so it'll be RJ in. Gavin Flores comes over to stand in front, try and bounce back and forth, break it up. Pass goes over to Emmett Dunaway. Emmett tries to pass underneath. A hook pass intended for Adam, blocked by C.J. Takad. Takad picks it up, and another turnover for Mt.Edgecumbe. Takad on the far side. Goes out top of the key to Aiden Dumog. Back to Flores, now to Dumog again. Left-hand high post, Simic sets the screen. Dumog goes over, C.J. Takad fakes around Cyprian Johnson-Edwards, but he can't get inside, so he'll back it off. Gives off to Gavin Flores. Long three, Gavin right side. Won't go. Bear Brown clears the boards. Picks up the rebound, and we'll have a whistle and a foul. Austin Morrison's going to pick it up, and that'll be his second foul. That's a second team foul for the Wolves, 2 for the Braves as well. Inbound pass in backcourt with 5:57 to go in the first half. Comes in from R.J. Ulster-Beans to Bear Brown. Bear's going to bring it down court for Mt.Edgecumbe. Now he'll come over on the near side to R.J., who goes to Dunaway. Dunaway's got Morgan Simic on him. Morgan's been sticking on him all the way around. Dunaway comes around, shoots over the top of Morgan Simic. Morgan was moving, and I think he's going to get a foul. Dunaway's bucket will count. Let's watch and make sure. Yep, they do. They say that's going to work. So Dunaway gets his 4th point of the game, chance for a 3-point play, and it's 14-7 now, as that 2-pointer cuts the lead. He can make it a 6-point spread with 5:41 to go if he can put this one in on a 3-point opportunity, and he does not. Shots missed. Adams gets the missed shot from the free throw line. Adams puts it up. His shot misses. Whistle foul, and Adams will go to the line. Austin Morrison. Now this is a big deal for the Wolves, folks. Austin gets his 3rd foul, and at the line, Jeff Adams makes the first of 2. He now has 4 points, 2 for 2 at the stripe and a 2-pointer. It's 14-8. Next one's up. That one's good. He goes 3 in a row from the free throw line, and it's a 5-point game with 5:39 to go. Back we go the Wolves direction, right to left here at B.J. McGillis Gym. With the ball to set up the play as Mason Eubanks dropped left is C.J. Takad, who goes right. C.J. will give it off to Gavin Flores. Back to C.J. Simic again screens. C.J. comes to the left as Simic comes out. Then they go to Gavin Flores. Simic drops down the left side. Flores on the right side. Drives down, bounce pass left side to Eubanks. Back out to Morgan. Simic nails another 3. Morgan's got 1 in each quarter. Now it's a 17-9, 8-point lead. So the Wolves came out here to play some serious basketball against Mt.Edgecumbe. And on the Braves gym, the Wolves are dominant thus far as we go down the left side for Mt.Edgecumbe. And R.J. Ulster-Beans puts one up. A whistle foul. He'll go to the line. And that foul is going to go against Austin Morrison's got 4. He's going to be going to sit down. I'll guarantee you that. That's a big deal in favor of the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. And Coach Heride does not like the call. Dennis Landry sitting there. Heride's talking to him, telling him what he thinks as we go back to the free throw line when R.J. Ulster-Beans will put up his first score of the ball game with his first free throw. And it's now 17-10. So, you know, in a closer game, that would be, well, it's still a big deal, but for Austin Morrison to end up with 4 fouls just like that, not even halfway through the second quarter, as RJ makes another one, and it's now a 17-11 6-point game, and Austin goes to sit down. I'll tell you who came in for him here in a minute. Aiden Dumog, C.J. Takad, Gavin Flores, Morgan Simic. Oh, and it's Garrison Lass. That's who's in there. Number 34 is underneath as the shot's put up by the Braves. Shot misses, scuffle for the rebound. And they call a jump ball by Corey Hansen. Alternate possession on the jump. Gives it over to Mt.Edgecumbe. The next one will belong to the Sitka High Wolves. Cyprian Johnson-Edward comes back to the bench for Mt.Edgecumbe. So we've got Dunaway, David Dock, Bear Brown, RJ. I think Dock came in for him. Bear Brown will bring it across the timeline for the Braves. Comes on the near side to RJ. 4:27 to go. Second period, 17-11. Wolves up by 6. Over to David Dock. Back to RJ down on the left side. Goes off to Adams, and they work it underneath and give it to Bear Brown. Nice turnaround jumper as he comes from left to right, and Bear Brown gets another 2. Actually, his first 2, and it's 17-13, a 4-point game. Simic with the ball for the Wolves. Down under the 4-minute mark now as he comes on the near side to Aiden Dumog. Dumog back over to Gavin Flores. Back to Dumog towards midcourt. C.J. Takad. Oh, Dumog finds a nice opening down the left side. He shoots over the top of Dunaway and Adams. The shot misses. Rebound Bear Brown. Brings it down for the Braves. Goes over to the left side to RJ. Near side now. Jeff Adams tries a long 3. Skips around from the front of the rim to the back. Comes down, Garrison Last gets the rebound on the missed three and gives off to C.J. Takad to set up the play for the Wolves. Takad brings it down, tries to drive in, gets shut off by Jeff Adams and David Dock. Gets a screen by Simic, but he can't use it. Gives back off to Gavin Flores. Flores in the lane, now top of the key, gives off to Dumog. Over to Garrison Last, he's going to throw it away. C.J. Takad went right, Morgan Simic went left, the ball went right in between them. Turnover by Sitka High, that's their fifth up here in this unofficial book. And we've got a 60-second timeout. We'll take a break in the action with 3:13 to go. It's a 13-17, 6-point lead by Mt.Edgecumbe. I'm sorry, by the Sitka High Braves. Boy, I just got them mixed up. Too many games. How about the Sitka High Wolves over the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves back in 1 minute?
Bernard Builder Supply Kit, prepared for all those upcoming projects. Spring is in the air, and now you can get 10% off in-stock electric heaters, excluding water heaters and toilet stoves. Check out the new Makita cordless tools. So many new cordless items, including brushless trimmers, blowers, 10-inch chainsaws, job site radios, and even a coffee maker. And to really kick off your spring, there's a new shipment of grills at Spenard. Propane and charcoal grills from Broil Mate, Broil King, and Weber. Spenard, Sitka, a proud sponsor of Region 5 tournament. Good luck to all the teams, especially the Sitka Wolves and Mt.Edgecumbe Braves.
Process of all brands of life rafts and Jeeper. LFS, fish hard, and leave the rest to us.
Now, let's go back to the B.J. McGinnis Gymnasium for more basketball action on AM 1230.
Back in action, Bear Brown has the ball for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. He'll come over on the near side to R.J. Olsen-Means. R.J. works it around. Now Dunaway comes out. He's going to go right in the lane. A jumper from the free throw line up won't go. Misses away, and Gavin Flores picks off the rebound. Here come the Wolves. They got a 4-point lead as we're under the 3-minute mark of the first half. Sitka High with the lead. Gavin Flores with the ball. Comes out, now goes to C.J. Takad. David Dock comes out on him. Both teams playing a man-to-man defense as Aiden Dumog comes out on the right side. Comes to Takad on the left. Takad goes to the right as Dumog comes to the left, and Gavin Flores goes out to midcourt. David Dock stays on C.J. Takad. Gavin Flores gets the ball. He falls down, but he nicely passes it away quickly. Long three, left side, Dumog. Shot misses. Rebound. We'll have a jump ball. This one will give it over to Mt.Edgecumbe. Jeff Adams and Morgan Simic tied it up. But no, they're going to say it goes to the Sitka High Wolves. I was thinking it was Edgecumbe's, but the officials go with the arrows on the official table. So inbound will be Mason Eubanks. They're in looking for somebody open. Now he comes way out. Lob pass out to C.J. Takad, left side of the three-point circle. He passes over to John Arce back in. Arce to Takad. Now underneath, Arce got all alone, puts it up. What a nice block by Bear Brown. Tips it right into the hands, blocks the shot. It was an easy shot, but it doesn't go because Bear Brown gives it off to R.J. Olsen-Means. Now he comes down, gives it to Brown on the near side. Now back to David Dock. He's going to drive in the lane, gets shut off by Takad. Back to Bear Brown. Boy, stuck. Emmett Dunaway is underneath. He gets the pass, puts it up. He got himself wide open on the left-hand baseline. And Dunaway puts it up, but it won't go. On the conversion, up again, he gets fouled, so he'll go to the line shooting two. And John Arce picks up his first foul. That's 6 fouls for the Wolves. Emmett Dunaway at the free throw line. That one's up, it's in and good, and he's now 1 for 2 with a pair of twos to give him a total of 5, and it's a 17-14 3-point game. He could cut that Wolves lead to 2 as the Braves come from behind with 1:43 to go in the half. Next one's up, it's short. Shot misses, Mason Eubanks will clear off the board for the Sitka High Wolves. Mason will go to Takad, comes on the left side to Gavin Flores. Down on the left baseline is Arce over on the right. Well, nobody's on the right side baseline as Simic comes out. Mason Eubanks out there. Gavin Flores tried to drive in. He does. He shoots over the top of Emmett Dunaway. And R.J. shot misses. Rebound cleared off by Bear Brown. Bear to Adams, right side. Here come the Wolves. Here come the Braves. And a missed pass by R.J. He tries to tip it back in. Goes to Simic. Turnover by Mt.Edgecumbe. Gives off to Takad. Long three, right side Eubanks. Shot misses. Rebound goes over to Sitka High, or to Mt.Edgecumbe. Mt.Edgecumbe will have Bear Brown bringing it down, and Bear tries to drive the lane, gets in a lot of traffic, travels, turnover by Bear Brown. That's their 8th turnover. I've got 6 for Sitka High. We've got 59 seconds on the clock. It'll be a Wolves ball in backcourt as Mason Eubanks will bring it in. Goes into CJ Takad. 54 seconds as the clock ticks towards halftime. CJ comes to the right, now left, cuts back, passes on the near side to Asa Demert back in. Asa back over to Mason Eubanks. RC gives him a screen. He uses it, jump pass underneath. Was a good idea, and Morgan Simic was open, but it was a bad pass. But it does come off of Bear Brown. So a fortunate turnout there for the Sitka High Wolves. And they get to bring the ball in underneath their own bucket. Clock at 37.1 seconds as we're in the first half. Driving all the way in from midcourt is going to be CJ Takad. Gets the pass, lays it up, and it won't go. Jeff Adams. So CJ came running in, got the pass on the run. Here comes Adams with the missed shot. Brings it down, goes to Dunaway. It's up, it's good. Emmett gets his 6th point, and we have a 17-16 one-point ball game. 12 seconds left. The Wolves have the ball. Mason Eubanks, Asa Demert, down to Mason left corner. Inside to Simic. To Todd, tries to drive the right side. 1.6, 3-point shot, put up right side. Asa Demert, there's the buzzer. That's the end of the quarter. Well,
Routine rock down the house. Please welcome to the floor the Juno Douglas dance team.
What is this? You can't even dance to it. This is awful. Mom, I'm with you. Back in my day, we could actually dance to our music. Alexa, play my 90s mix.
The first one is for a quilt that the Mt.Edgecumbe Cheer Squad has been selling tickets all season long to benefit their program. It's comprised of Mt.Edgecumbe cheerleader t-shirts from across the years. That's a pretty cool souvenir. The winning ticket goes to Tay. Oh boy. Tay last name. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll take the number. That's the name. And we have a phone number. We're going to call you, Tay. All I'm going to say is it's a 410 prefixes that last name. So we will call you. You have won this beautiful. Okay. Congratulations, Tay. You have won a Mt.Edgecumbe cheerleading quilt. Next up, they've been selling tickets to you guys all during along the Mt.Edgecumbe Women's Wrestling Program, partnering with the Region 5. I'd like to introduce down to the floor Mt.Edgecumbe alumnus from 1989, Darlene Johnson. She will draw the winning ticket. First off, we got to make sure we give a nice round of applause to Alaska Airlines for supporting Mt.Edgecumbe High School and the Region 5. They have been a blast all day long. The winner of these two Alaska Airlines tickets is Jeff Hart. Come on down. Where are you? Stand up and shout.
Preparing for this, the day starting tomorrow.
Yeah, and now I want to just tell you about being tongue-tied like that. That's what happens when you have to talk for like 5 days straight. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure they will, and that's kind of what even Coach Eri said. It's a year of preparation.
Yeah, it was just a ton of work. It's fun work, though. And we have a great staff here that just goes above and beyond to put in extra hours, extra effort. You know, along with Sitka High, you know, Rich Group over there doing all the housing, which is a huge piece of the puzzle. You know, and we just have so many volunteers and great businesses in town that just go above and beyond to make this work. And as you can see, I mean, this is the biggest event Sitka has every 3 years. There's nothing that even comes close to it, bringing this many people into town. So between Sitka and Mt.Edgecumbe, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
How many people do you think ended up coming here? Do you?
I'm guessing around 1,200.
Oh my Lord, is that right? There's like 500 players or something?
650 participants that come in, plus all their parents and everything like that.
Speaking of participants, so away from the games, there was some other competition that went on.
Over at Sitka High.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cheer and dance adjudication. And it was a packed house. I mean, they didn't have any seats left over there on all the bleachers.
And how did that go? Results of that, do you know?
Well, the three dance groups from Ketchikan, Thunder Mountain, and Juneau Douglas all received superior ratings, which is the highest you can get, which is great. And I've seen the level of that over the years is just, I mean, Juneau Douglas set the mark around the nation, around the world.
Absolutely.
And Ketchikan and Thunder Mountain has just done a great job trying to catch up with them, and they're getting close, but.
Well, I've had a chance to interview Kayla Price a couple times, who's in charge of JD Dance, and they just did the performance at halftime, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I was bummed that they had to do it on the back. We had the backside view, but it was still good.
Yeah, well, I had to leave from up here, so I only got to see a bit of it from the end. Anyway, Andrew, if you want to, you're going to be doing all the awards after this game, aren't you?
We will be, yeah.
So we will not be having another interview with you, at least in this tournament.
Yeah, maybe a gold medal.
All right, yeah, well, you never know. Thank you so much, Andrew. Congratulations to you and to everybody that helped put this together. You did a wonderful job, and we're got a 17-16, a one-point game between these two. That's such an appropriate way to end the half, isn't it?
Oh, man, it's just been nothing but nip and tuck. I also want to give a shout-out to Ludell Goldsberry. He's the co-director here, and he's been doing a ton of work. So, anyways, yeah, and I appreciate you, Mike, for carrying all the games all season long. So we really appreciate you and everybody, all the Mt.Edgecumbe fans and Sitka fans, but Mt.Edgecumbe parents around the state listening to the game. So go Braves.
There you go. All right.
I'm a little biased.
Andrew Frisky, thank you so much for coming up.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, see you, bye. Well, and that worked out good because nobody made a score as the ball's been down there. The game has restarted here in the second half, and I think we have a foul, I believe, or not. Where are we at, Dan? No foul? Nope. Okay, they just turned it over. I was busy talking to Andrew and not watching the game. I just did watch close enough to know that nobody scored. And so now we're back in play. We're down to 6:36, so a minute and a half already gone here in the third period of play. We've switched directions now. Mt.Edgecumbe going right to left, the Wolves going left to right. They've got the ball. I know Mt.Edgecumbe missed like 4 attempts down at the other end of the gym. Couldn't get anything to sink. Now the Wolves miss as well. And still scoreless here in the second half as we go the other direction. Mt.Edgecumbe will see the ball tipped into the hands of Bear Brown. I don't think it was an intentional pass. It was partially blocked, but he picked it up and shoots it up. Shot misses. Rebounds cleared off by the Wolves, and will go back the other way. Oh, C.J. Takad sees an opening as Aiden Dumog comes from the left to the right, and what a nice assist and an easy shot for Aiden Dumog, and he gives the Sitka High Wolves a 3-point lead, 19-16, with 2 minutes and a bit gone in the third quarter. So Aiden Dumog getting the first score of the second half of play. Now the Wolves go the other direction, or the Braves, I'm sorry. And they're going to work it down to Jeff Adams. Gets double teamed. Morgan Simic there along with John Arcey. They'll move it out. That was intended for Bear Brown. Stolen by Takad. Quick pass on the left side. Gavin Flores. Gavin's shot misses. Rebound cleared up by Bear Brown. Bear Brown's going to come down, shoot it up as he passes to the right side to R.J. Elshamick. He's the one that shoots it up. Shot misses. And we go the other direction, 16-19. 3-point lead by the Sitka High boys. Wolves will bring it in backcourt. Aiden Dumog with the first score of the second half of play. Down to almost 5 minutes, so 3 minutes gone. I watched the game today, and it was like 7.5 minutes before either team scored their second bucket. That was in, I think, the crossover this afternoon. Back to Simic. Simic underneath. Arcey, couple double fakes. Jeff Adams nicely defending, doesn't let Arcey get the shot away, doesn't draw the foul. Shot misses, and the Braves come out with the ball. They're going to go over and move it to the far side to RJ. Bounce pass down to the right-hand baseline to Jeff Adams. Adams trying to drive away, slapped away out of his hands. Ball's picked up by Mt.Edgecumbe. They put it up, and then we have a jump ball as Morgan Simic, ever so physical in there, gets tied up along with Jeff Adams. Simic ends up on the floor. The call by the officials is a jump ball, and the alternate possession gives it over to Sitka High. CJ Takad gets the inbounds pass from Aiden Dumont. Aiden will drop down to the left side as CJ brings it across the timeline, comes right, gives off to Gavin Flores. Flores to Dumont. They're in the 4-minute mark of quarter number 3. Now Flores, as RJ Ulstermeans defends. Flores will go to RC in the lane. RC right at the free throw line, fakes up the middle, then drives left, can't shoot, passes it back underneath it. RC gets the ball on the baseline and puts it up. A whistle and a foul. And that's going to go on Emmett Dunaway, who picks up his second foul. That's only 4 fouls in the whole game thus far for the Braves. They've got they've got 3 now in this half, and then RC's at the line. John Arce puts it up. He gets his first score of the second half and his first free throw. He'll set for a second. It's 20-16 now. Wolves up by 4. Can Arce make it 5? No, that one will miss. Cleared off by Mason Eubanks. Goes to Simic. Back to Eubanks. Out to midcourt. CJ Takad. Braves in defending, still man-to-man. Gavin Flores near side. CJ Takad. David Docks on CJ. CJ works it into Morgan Simic. Gets in the paint. Oh, and he had the move. But Emmett Dunaway got around him. Puts it up. Simic shot misses. Rebound CJ. CJ Takad puts it up. His will miss. Ball's knocked away out of bounds. And they say it comes off of the Braves. Simic is probably one of the most intense players out on this floor. Mason Eubanks to inbound it. Goes over on the far side to Arce. Arce can't get around Bear Brown on the baseline. He'll come back out to Morgan. Morgan goes to CJ Takad. Morgan stays in the top of the key. CJ comes right. Now he drives down the lane. A hook pass underneath. Nice move as Arce gets wide open. CJ Takad gives the hook pass, and Arce gets the bucket, and all of a sudden, it's a 22-16 6-point lead. Turnaround jumper, left side, Jeff Adams. And finally, Mt.Edgecumbe gets a bucket here with 5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor with 3:07 on the clock. It's a 30. We'll take a 30, and we'll be right back.
Selling your home, or perhaps you're looking for a home. The staff of Sitka Realty invite you in to meet and talk with their real estate professionals. Everyday broker and owner Candy Barker, associate broker Susan Jones, and sales agent Shannon Daly successfully navigate the complicated process to sell a home. They'll help you determine the best price and offer guidelines on how not to overprice or undervalue your property. They're full-time realtors and are always available for showings or negotiations. Let them help you find and purchase the home of your dreams. Phone 747-8922, 228 Harbor Drive, Sitka Realty.
Now, let's go back to the B.J. McGinnis Gymnasium for more basketball action on AM 1230.
All right, quick timeout. Quick break from the respective benches. The Braves already on the floor. Here come the Wolves. John Arce, Aiden Dumont, Gavin Flores, Mason Eubanks, CJ Takad. For the Braves on defense, David Docks, RJ Ulstermeans, Emmett Dunaway, Bear Brown, and Jeff Adams as Takad goes to the left. Gives over to Arce. Arce for the Wolves. The Wolves lead 22-18. 2:44 to go in the third period. 4-point spread here. Aiden Dumont gets a screen from Arce. He's going to drive down the left side. Puts it up. Nice block by Jeff Adams. And Bear Brown. They're both there. Turnover by the Wolves. We're going to give them 7 in our unofficial book as we're down to 2:31, and here comes Bear Brown down the court. His team trails by 4, 22-18. He'll pass on the right side to Emmett Dunaway. Either team are really able to come out with all of a sudden a big scoring spree. And now another heads-up play by Emmett Dunaway on the far side as he sees Jeff Adams wide open, and Adams gets his 4th point of the third quarter and the 4th point for the Braves, and it's 22-20. So a very low-scoring third quarter. 5 points for the Wolves, 4 for the Braves. Over on the far side, Aiden Dumont with the ball. Under 2 minutes to go in the third period. This is the championship 3A game between the crosstown rivals as Mason Eubank gets the ball on a give and go by Flores. Mason puts it up, it's in, and it's good for 2. And Mason Eubanks finally gets in the scorebook. And it's 24-20. Back with a 4-point lead as Bear Brown goes to Jeff Adams in the lane. Adams right to center, puts it up. Mason Eubanks there. And they traveled. A travel on Mt.Edgecumbe. Their 9th turnover. Turns the ball back to the Wolves with 1:36 to go in the 3rd period. Archie Young, the head coach for the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. Jared Herai, the head coach for the Wolves. Both of them up in front of their benches. Now Archie scuts down in front of his team as Aiden Dumog for the Wolves comes over on the right side. Now goes out top of the key to Asa Demert back in the game. Mason Eubank sets a screen. Demert goes left and gives off to Takad. David Dock there to defend. Now they'll work it into RC. Bounce pass underneath. Nice reverse layup from right to left by Mason Eubank. Boy, he made that one work right. He's now got 4 points, and they're all right here in this quarter. Back we go the other way, 26-20. The Braves have the ball, but they're down by 6. They'll work it in. And another turnover on a bad pass intended for Jeff Adams. Picking it up was Mason Eubanks. He'll go to Takad. Down to 52 seconds. CJ on the right-hand dribble comes across the timeline. Coach Young talking to Cyprian Johnson-Edwards at the end of the table. Cyprian will be in a minute when they let somebody come in. And Young yells out to David Dock to come out on CJ Takad. Then Dock gets screened by RC. Takad goes to the left side. He gives it off to Aiden Dumog. Back to Asa Demert. Now Mason Eubanks sets a screen for Demert. He comes right, gives off to Takad. 28 seconds. They'll work it in. Fakes right, goes left, can't shoot. Emmett Dunaway, nice defense underneath the boards as he kept Mason Eubanks from putting it up. They'll work it back out to Dumog. Dumog on the left side, goes over to Demert on the far side. Now to Mason Eubanks in the middle, to right side, jump shot, right side, baseline. Aiden Dumog up, whistle foul, goes against Mt.Edgecumbe. Bear Brown gets a whistle in the foul, and that is his second team foul, their second foul. And the 4th team foul for the Braves is back to the free throw line. We go to Aiden Dumog. Aiden has his first attempt at the free throw line. He puts it up, it's in, and it's good. And at 27-20, the biggest lead in the first half was 7. Now we're back to 7, and Dumog makes it 8 as he puts it up in, and the Wolves take control again. 10 seconds left as the Braves will bring it in at the end of the 3rd quarter. They're down by 8. Inbounds pass goes into Bear Brown. Bear Brown drives the left side. Adams sets a screen. Bear goes left, comes right. Turnaround jumper in the paint. Nice move by Bear Brown. Gavin Flores gets a pass, tries a 3-pointer at the buzzer, and it won't go. Bear Brown closes out the quarter with 2 and a 28-22 6-point lead by the Sitka High Wolves. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back for the final 8 minutes of not only this game, but for this entire tournament.
Gary's Outboard on Smith Street is Sitka's official Mercury and Yamaha dealer. When you're in the market for a new outboard, head to Gary's for the latest deals on both Merc and...
goes into C.J. Takad from Mason Eubanks. Mason goes all the way down to the baseline, under the bucket, as Takad comes to the right, passes off to Denver. Back over to C.J. Now he goes left to Gavin Flores. To Denver, across the top of the key. Another foul in the fourth quarter. David Dobbs comes over to check in. Excuse me, for Mount Edgecumbe. As Denver goes to C.J. Takad. Takad gets a screen from Mason Eubanks. Oh, and he passes into Mason. He turns around, tries to, and they're going to say, is RJ got a hand on that? I thought Mason actually touched the pass, but as he turned to grab the pass, RJ knocked it away. It came off of the brace, so the Wolves get it in underneath their own bucket. Mason looking for somebody open. Gavin Flores is way over on the left side. He's coming right place to Denver. Denver tries to do it. He gets it in. The back-to-back side breeze. Mason Denver takes it Mason.
How could that not be a charge? I didn't know it wasn't. I just
Emma Dunaway will inbound it to David Dobbs. Johnson Edwards on the right side. Jeff Adams goes over to center corner, so he'll pass it all the way across. They're going to go to the left side of the Dobbs. Back over to Bear Brown. Bear Brown to Sipping Johnson Edwards. Not so much action by Emma Dunaway underneath the middle. I say it, he gets it. They have the ball, they have the lead. Into Mason Eubanks. Auburn loses it. Now picks it up. Picks it out. Jeff Adams. Shoots it up. Adams gets it up to the rebound. He'll get back to that way. We go the other way. Right to left. Tipping Johnson over to David Dobbs. Jumper. Left side. Real far. Rebound Mason Eubanks. Adams going to try to go all the way. And he does. And Mason Davis picks up two. Makes it an 8-point lead again. 34-32. Back to go the other way. With the ball is Emmett Dunaway. Dunaway almost threw it away, but it came off of the Wolves, and so it'll be, we got a foul. Mason Eubanks, I think, gets the whistle and the foul. That's Mason Eubanks' first foul. That's a 13th foul for the Wolves. Graves looking to inbound it. Oh, Bear Brown had Cyprian Johnson Edwards open, but it was kind of a bad pass. Edwards collects it back in. Now goes to Bear Brown, who jumps in the lane, puts it up in traffic. Fadeaway jumper too short in the paint. And coming down with it, Mason Eubanks has been doing a good job for the Wolves underneath there, collecting defensive rebounds. Gavin Flores near side, trying to drive in. Emmett Dunaway stays right with him, so Flores will give off to Takad, who gets a screen from Mason Eubanks. Then he passes over to Dumog, left side. We're nearing the 4-minute mark of this fourth quarter. Gavin Flores is going to drive in the lane, bounce pass underneath Mason Eubanks. Nice defense put underneath by David Dobbs. Oh, nothing but three! Morgan Simic nails another one. He has a 3 in the first, a 3 in the second, and now a 3 in the fourth quarter. 35-24, biggest lead of the game, double digits, 11 in favor of the Wolves. Back to Bear Brown, across the way. Jeff Adams tries a 3, his shot short. Up high in the air to bring it down, C.J. Takad. 4 minutes and 5, and 4, 3, 2, and we are halfway through the fourth quarter, down to the final 4 minutes of this ball game. Near side, C.J. Takad for the Sitka Wolves. Goes to Simic, and he tries to get another one up. A nice assist, a nice shot by Morgan, misses the shot. Whistle and a foul. On the reaction goes against the Sitka High Wolves. And Aiden Dumog picks up his first foul of the ball game. 3:49 on the clock, 11-point lead. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break in the action. It's 35-24. Sitka High Wolves in the championship game over the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Basketball. The key to victory is getting the ball moving. When it comes to shipping goods in Alaska, All those upcoming projects. Job site radios and even a coffee maker. And to really kick off your spring, there's a new shipment of grills at Menards. Propane and charcoal grills from Royal Maid, Royal King, and Weber. Menards, Sitka, a proud sponsor of Region 5 tournament. Good luck to all the teams, especially the Sitka Wolves and Mt.Edgecumbe Braves.
Now, let's go back to the V.J. McGinnis Gymnasium for more basketball action on AM 1230.
All right, back in action as they took a short timeout, and Aiden Dumog, did that bucket count by Aiden? Did that basket count by Aiden? Just now. Yep, it did. Okay, so Aiden Dumog makes one for the Wolves. Yep, 38-30. That cuts the lead to 8. We're going to keep it right here as we had back-to-back timeouts just like that. And I was caught off guard when they started to play early. So Aiden Dumog gets another 2 for, I'm sorry, that wasn't Aiden Dumog, it was Emmett Dunaway. I was busy tallying up my scores and I looked up and they were already playing. So that was 2 more for the Braves. So Emmett Dunaway has 8 points here in this 4th quarter. The Wolves were up by 12. They're now up by 8, 38-30, a minute and 52 as we go under the 2-minute mark. Gavin Flores, Aiden Dumog, over to Mason Eubanks, far side. So the Wolves pretty much have the upper hand here. It has to be a 3-possession ball game with 3 3-pointers made. Oh, and there's a turnover. That's the start of it. Sitka High turns it over. The Braves come down, long 3, right corner, off the back of the rim by the Braves in the right-hand corner. Follows his shot. And we have a foul against Mt.Edgecumbe. And that's going to be on the foul's on, they got number 10 on the board. I don't know who that is for Mt.Edgecumbe. Oh, Frederick Myers is in. All right, Myers gets the whistle. Myers gets the foul. I didn't see him come in. And now Gavin Flores is at the line for the Wolves. Gavin only has 2 points, and those were a 2-pointer in this 4th quarter. He just nails the first free throw from the line and gets set for a second. That makes it a 39-30. So it looks like Sitka High is going to take away the championship from the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves as the second shot by Flores misses. Rebound cleared off by Mt.Edgecumbe. Emmett Dunaway. And he's going to come down, and Emmett goes all the way in, and I thought we're going to have a whistle as RC ends up on the floor. We didn't get a charge. Emmett Dunaway gets another two. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Out. Federal Credit Union offers members the Shared Branch Network. You will often have as much access.
Timeout was a 30-second timeout, and we got a minute 20 left on the fourth quarter clock. 39-32, 7-point lead for the Sitka Wolves in this championship 3A game. Sitka going against Mt.Edgecumbe. Winner takes the championship trophy home tonight. The presentation will be right after this game for all the 2A, 3A, and 4A boys and girls. Mason Eubanks on the far side for the Sitka High Wolves. Loses it away, but it goes right over in the hands of Aiden Dumog. Aiden comes down, tries to lay it up. Cyprian Johnson Edward comes out of nowhere to crash him in midair, and Cyprian will get the whistle and the foul, and go into the line will be the Sitka High Wolves in the person of Aiden Dumog. Aiden was 2 for 2 in the third quarter. He'll shoot two now. 39-32, a minute and 1 left on the clock. Shots up, it's in and good. Aiden is 3 for 3 as Cyprian Johnson Edwards picks up his second foul of the ball game to put Aiden there, and this is just a little icing on the cake, because if he makes this one, whoops, he does it, he misses the second. It's still an 8-point lead as we go under a minute. 40-32, back we go the other direction, and it'll be Cyprian Johnson Edwards. Gives off to David Dock. Dock comes out, passes over on the left side to Frederick Myers in. Myers to Bear Brown. Bear Brown in the lane. Gavin Flores steals it. Fast break. Gavin lays it up. Good! And whistle and a foul. The basket should count. Looking for the signal. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it will. No bucket. 42 seconds. Oh. See, I'm not sure of the call here. Now the officials getting together. The clock stopped at 42-9. The Wolves are at the line to shoot. Now everybody came away. Gavin Flores is going to go to the line. I think it might have been a flagrant foul. That's what I think the call is. And if so, Gavin Flores will get 2 shots and then they get the ball back, which really will be the final nail for Mt.Edgecumbe as they're down 40-32. Yeah, that's what it is. Keith Perkins just now announcing that. So Flores gets the shot up, it's in and good, and Gavin is now 2 for 3 here in the fourth quarter from the stripe. He had a 2-point bucket as well, so he's only got 4 points in the game, but they were crucial. Gavin will set for his second. It's 41-32. He can make it a 10-point game, and he does. He makes them both. 42-32, and now Aiden Dumog will come to inbound it. Then he looks over to Mason Eubanks and tells him to go for it. So with 43 seconds left, Mason Eubanks will inbound it. So a flagrant foul violation gives 2 free throws to the Wolves. They make one, then they get the ball back, and on the far side, John Arcee has the ball for Sitka High. And it's down to 36 seconds, so it's just a matter of running the clock out. And Gavin Flores gets it near side. Frederick Myers comes up. And they finally call a foul on Frederick, so he'll get his second. And the 5'10 sophomore stops the clock at 30 seconds and sends Gavin Flores to the line for the second time in a row and the third time this quarter. Gavin is 3 for 4. That's up and good. He's 4 for 5. And there's 10 fouls against the Braves, so he automatically gets 2. He can add another one as it's 43-32 now. Pushes off, that's up, it's good. He does, and he makes 5 out of 6 in the fourth quarter. So a low-scoring fourth quarter for the Braves. They only, or the third quarter, they only scored 6 points. Back we go, Dunaway. Oh, and Gavin Flores steals the ball again from the Braves, and 19 seconds left as the Braves have another turnover, and that's their 12th one. Back we go at midcourt. It's going to be Frederick Myers to draw another foul. He'll stop the clock as he fouls C.J. Takad with 13 seconds left. And you can hear the Sitka High crowd. Myers comes up with his third foul. Clock stopped at 13-8. 44-32, 12-point lead. Takad pushes off at the line, off the back of the rim, won't go. CJ has not shot a free throw until that one right now. He's only had 5 points in the game, a 3 and a 2. And now we get a timeout on the floor with 13.8 left. The timeout called by Sitka High. They're going to take a 60. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
You can't always plan in advance. Alaska Airlines Club 49 gives you 2 Travel Now discounts every year for times when you have to travel without much notice. If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today. Did you know Alaska Airlines Club 49 members get special fare deals every week to destinations you love? If you call Alaska home, you can join. Go to alaskaair.com/club49 today.
At LFS Marine Supplies, it's never too early to start thinking about compliance for the upcoming 2019 fishing season. LFS stocks flares, immersion suits, first aid kits, and life ring. In need of a life raft, G-Perb, or IBA? LFS carries ACR Category 1 and 2 G-Perbs with a 10-year replacement battery. They have Guardian 4-man life rafts available and can order any size or pack that you need. Additionally, they provide superior customer service in the required repack and servicing process of all brands of life rafts and G-Perb. LFS, fish hard and leave the rest to us.
Now, let's go back to the B.J. McGinnis Gymnasium for more basketball action on AM 1230.
Back for the final seconds as the Braves bring it down. A long three-pointer put up on the far side by Bear Brown. Shot misses. Emmett Dunaway gets the rebound. He puts it up. His misses. You can hear the crowd. You may not have even heard the buzzer. And this ball game is over. And the Sitka High Wolves are the 3A Boys Championship tournament winners against the Mt.Edgecumbe Braves here by a final score of 45-32. The Wolves fans coming out on the floor. Braves getting lined up. Now they do their matchup and go by and congratulate each other. So what a tough way for the Wolves to end their season. A great way, for the Braves to end their season. A great way for the Wolves as we have our 5th matchup of the year and Sitka High wins it. They are the 3A champions. We're going to take a 2-minute break and come back with your individual stats. And if you're near Mt.Edgecumbe High School at B.J. McGillis Gym, I'm pretty sure you could get in if you'd like to come in and watch the award ceremony as Andrew Frisky, Rich Krupa, Chad Benz from